Crime Stoppers at Grey Bruce, the easiest way to describe us is we're like a buffer between the police and the public. If someone wants to make an anonymous tip, they can just call us. We take all the information, we pass it along to the police service or other government organizations that it may be pertinent to. And if the tip pans out and results in an arrest, you're eligible for a reward. The money is going towards updating the signage on our van.
Okay, I'm chair of the Great Sauble Conservation Foundation. The foundation was formed in the mid-90s to help fundraise for the Conservation Authority. With government cutbacks back in the 1990s, there was a shortage of money to maintain programs. So the foundation was formed, and it's a strong, active group of volunteers. We do some fundraising, but we also have some projects, and the two projects that I've been involved with are the Memorial Forest, that we have 3 memorial sites in our watershed, and then we started the Earth Film Festival. The Earth Film Festival, we were looking at something different to reach out to kids and families in the watershed, and so a couple of us thought film festivals would be a good way. And the rest of the money goes to projects such as the Memorial Forest.
Georgian Bay Folk Society is a nonprofit charitable organization that is run by 700 plus volunteers. We present the Summerfolk Music and Crafts Festival every year. The $2,800 grant that we received from community foundations this year is in regards to our greening project, which is phase 2 this year. Last year, community foundations helped us out to start our greening project, which was our baseline, so we could get baseline numbers, so we knew exactly how much garbage we produced at the festival, what evil things we were doing that we need to repair and replace, so that we were bringing our footprint down to 0 waste.
Owen Sound Little Theater has been around for 60 years. And we are here at the Roxy Theater, and what we do is produce 4 community theater plays a year. They run 2 weeks in length. Usually there's a musical, sometimes some serious, sometimes some comedy, but it's basically a network of lots and lots of volunteers who like theater and involve a theater, create a theatrical production, and put it out there for the public to watch. This project is going to support our production in November, Billy Bishop Goes to War, and it's focusing on a local war hero, Billy Bishop, and it's a very popular, well-known Canadian play. And what we'll be doing is creating kind of a lot of spin around the heritage and what Billy Bishop means to Owen Sound, and getting people into the theater for the first time maybe to see the production, because then they'll learn a bit of history and have some fun watching it.
Reach Center is a program for young adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So average age 18 to 35, it's really looking for meaningful opportunity after they graduate high school. So we had 2 grants that were approved, which is awesome. So one of them was for the social enterprise program expansion. So that gives an opportunity for our participants to go out in the community and gain sort of marketable, transferable skills and realistic applications. So we have a shredding initiative done in partnership with the Kiwanis in the United Way right now, where they go and pick up shredding from local businesses, take it over, shred it, and dispose of it, and there's a fee for that. The money that they raise goes into a separate item in the budget, and they get some autonomy on what's done with those funds. And the other grant that we received was to build a resource library, because this population doesn't have a lot of supports and strategies for families, and this age group in particular, and finding those resources is quite challenging. A lot of them try to get by on ODSP and passport funding, so when a book on behavior modification is over $100, it's quite challenging for these families to be able to access those things to improve their quality of life.
So VO1 in Grey Bruce is part of, it's one small piece of VO1 Canada, which is Canada's oldest health and home care charity. We've been around for over 120 years, and in Grey Bruce for about 60 years. So we have all kinds of services that are intended to help people stay well. They're intended to keep people at home for as long as possible, as opposed to a long-term care facility or inside of a hospital. So this project is focused on our SMART program. So across Grey Bruce, we provide over 100,000 hours of SMART programming every year to about 4,000 people a year. That is a huge number of people, but what we also have is a huge waiting list. So we've got about 150 people at any given time on a waiting list for programs and for SMART programs in Grey Bruce. This program that this grant will fund is intended to help to get those folks who are on the waiting list at least doing something. So one, it's a check-in to make sure that our staff and our volunteers can check in with them, see how they're doing, get them off the wait list as soon as possible. But we're going to create a video, and that video will be basically a class that they would have taken in person. So they can do those exercises at home. They'll get a booklet that shows them how to do it, as well as the exercise video that will walk them through step by step exactly how that goes.